I was doing triathlons in the mid 1980s, and I was as interested in the next guy and just figuring out how to go faster. I noticed that some people that I would race against, notably Scott Tinley and Gary Peterson, raced in a really cold race up Bass Lake. They're standing in the snow, and gun went off, and they went off, and they were in their surf wetsuits. And I thought, okay, this is it. This is the time I actually come out of the water with these guys. And they swam faster than I felt they should have swam in those wetsuits. And I thought, wow, if you cannot go any slower in a wetsuit as restrictive as a surf wetsuit, what would happen if you optimize a wetsuit for surface swimming?
The wetsuits are used not only just because they want to maintain the body temperature, but also because they've found through testing that it does make the swimmer go a little faster.
I just wanted to make a faster wetsuit for me. And I made this wetsuit, and I took it down to the pool, and I swam in it, and I thought, dang, clock's broken. So I swam in it again, and the clock wasn't broken. And I was amazed. I swam about 7 seconds faster, 400 yards than I expected to. And really, at that point, I knew life was going to be different for me. I noticed that a number of the people that we were sponsoring with wetsuits, in particular women, it was very hard to get their bikes to fit them correctly. And so we started making women's proportional bikes. Those were the first bikes we ever made. We made them with 650C wheels, AKA road 26-inch wheels, and we just shrunk the whole bike down proportionally. 1987 was sort of the year of triathlon technology, the year of the wetsuit, and it's the year of the aero bar. The Scott DH aero bar came out at the same time, and the two pieces of technology everybody had to have were the wetsuit and aero bar. And so I, as a practicing triathlete myself, had an aero bar on my bike, and I had a hard time getting the bike set up for that. And pretty much so did everybody else. So we all were pushing ourselves forward on the bikes, forward and low. And so the only thing I did really was I just said, okay, this is how we want to ride our bikes. What if we just drew straight lines from the bottom bracket up to the saddle? And then once we got the bike underneath us, what if we pushed the wheels out in front so that instead of riding with all our weight over the front wheel, we could ride a bike where the weight displacement was correct. And that was the first bike. And so I made a bike. There's a guy who we had using our wetsuits, Ray Browning, little known pro at the time. Hey, can I borrow this bike? I'm going to go to Ironman New Zealand. And sure, take the bike. We had one bike, and it was his size. So took it down to New Zealand, and he crushed everybody. That really launched us. Ray's ride launched us. What QR cares about more than anything else is that regardless of who you are, regardless of what bike you ride, regardless of what wetsuit you swim in, when you show up, what QR wants for you most is for you to have a successful day at fitness.